Hey y'all, it's Ali from Little Hill Homestead. How are you today? I hope this video finds you very, very well, and I hope you're having a fantastic day. If you recently watched our Azure Standard Haul, I told you guys I was going to be kind of revamping my hutch just a little bit. It is currently, I love my hutch. I'm not complaining about my hutch. We got this hutch a couple years ago, and I basically store like dried ingredients in it. The problem is this down here. It's a drop-off place down here. I'm gonna bust myself. Some of this is good stuff. This is like dried, dehydrated stuff that we've done over the years. But this has become like the junk drawer. You know, we all have a junk drawer. Am I wrong? So things like we just went camping. We took our kids, which means we took all kinds of junk food. These kinds of things we don't normally keep. We keep these in our house because my husband likes them. But things like this, I'm like, how did that end up there? This is not good, nutritious food. So what I'm gonna do today, oh my gosh, like so busted. Okay, I do like this chocolate though. I'm not gonna lie. This chocolate from Aldi, bomb. But come on, you guys, this is ridiculous. So I got these jars. They're half-gallon jars from Azure Standard. They're awesome, you guys. The lid really is easy to take off and on. But what am I gonna do with this space? So I have 12 of these jars. It should, if I measured correctly, fit 6 on this shelf and 6 on this shelf. And then I'm gonna kind of clean up what's in here. There's some empty jars and some things that just needs to go. It's been there a couple years. But I have another closet. I'm gonna bust myself right now and show it to you guys. That has things like our split peas, our quinoa, our barley, a lot of grains that we really like to use, lentil, dried beans, blah, blah, blah. But because it is out of sight, and I will show you what I mean when I say buried, I don't think to use it. And so when we do our meal planning for the week, it doesn't even cross our mind because it's kind of like in this, well, it's in a canning closet that is now become a junk drop. I'll show you. Anyways, that's what we're gonna be doing today. It's kind of cleaning this up, but I thought I'd bring you along for the ride. Do you wanna go see my cabinet? Let's go. I'm gonna bring you in here. So our house has what used to be an attached garage that was converted before we bought it. Sorry for making you dizzy. Let me turn the light on. Did I already turn the light on? This is a converted garage. It is my kids' game room. Half of them moved out, so now it's really just one of our kids' game room, but it is also where our pantry stuff is. So I'm gonna bust myself right now. This is our main one that you guys have seen the whole tour of. This is our little backup one, okay? So I have my pressure canner and my water bath canner and some, what is that? A tomato peeler. This is my canning stuff. And then, because I have not been able to can this year, our garden did not cooperate with us. Sorry, my finger's in the shot. My bad. I'm bad at this. Because we haven't been able to can this year, there's more jars in here than I know what to do with at this point. And so I've literally, when we have empty jars, been just shoving them in here. So let me show you what we actually have. Do you guys have a cabinet like this? Like, So all of my steel cut oats, my grits, I've got dried beans back here. I've got lentils, navy beans, a whole bunch of different beans, whole wheat flour. Forgot that was even in here. Masa, more grits, barley. There's a bunch of Azure bags back here that some of them I haven't even opened. So the problem is I don't want to risk destroying 5,000 jars every time I go into this cabinet. So I just don't. So we're gonna fix that today. So I'm gonna dig everything out of this cabinet, bring it into the kitchen, and then bring you along for our cleanup and revamp. Okay? Back in my kitchen, I decided before I pull everything out of there, I might as well just figure out what the heck I even have going on in here. So I cleaned off my junk snacks, everything. I wiped down the bottom section and kind of pulled down the jars that were on this shelf. But there's things like that we do use. There's things that we just don't use, and so they're just not good anymore. But like things like this, empty jars. Come on, that's taking up space. We dehydrated all of our chilies a couple years ago and made hot chili powder. We don't use it, so it's going. This is what I'm gonna do. I'd rather use the space for things that I know we are going to use. I have a trash can down here, by the way. I wanna use the space. I'm big for like aesthetically pleasing and pretty because I'm weird. But like dehydrated bell peppers, we'll save those. Dehydrated chives. I need to do some dehydrating videos for you guys. Ranch mix. I need to make more of that, but peanut butter chips, white chocolate chips, those are staying. What's this? Our Italian dressing. So back here, I'm going to leave these jars as is because they're all things that we do use. I might repurpose and bring some of them down here. We'll see. I got grits, cream of wheat, popcorn, masa, sliced almonds up there. But then things like, we made eggnog powder last year, and we did like it, and we did some, but not enough to keep it. So guess what? It's gone. Maybe. It's now like hardened, so we'll see about that. It was good, but not enough to even share the recipe. Dehydrated jalapenos, dehydrated bay leaves from our bay leaf tree. Those will all stay. Lemon zest. Did I show you guys we made our own cayenne pepper? Look at that. Is it not beautiful? We grew the cayennes. We strung them on a string and let them dry, and then we ground them up. Tomatoes, empty. Celery. I hate celery, but there are recipes that I need it in, so I dehydrate it so that I have it when I need it. I'm not going to keep it on hand. Okay, lemon powder. I do add this to certain things. We dehydrated a bunch of lemons and then ground them up. What is this? Maple sugar. We do use that on oatmeal. And then flaxseed. We use those. But like, one of these jars is empty. That's a big space. Blah. So that's coming out. So then the bottom, we've got raisins, granola. Our dates are empty. They're in the cabinet in a different container. So I will refill our date thing and put it back. We've got craisins, coconut sugar, and couscous, which is getting empty. So I'll go ahead and refill that too before I put it back in there. So I know that I need my dates, and I know I need to do some cleaning up. So I don't know if I can figure out how to fast forward and put this to fun music, because who wants to watch me clean for the next few minutes? But you know, at that point in the project where you're like, what did I get myself into? This is a little overwhelming. I want to walk away, but I'm not going to. That's where I just hit. How do you move forward when you get stuck? You just keep going. Am I right? Okay, I'm going to grab the dates. I'm going to figure out some more cleanup. I'm going to grab my bags out of the closet. See why I got overwhelmed? There's just so much. Take a deep breath, girlfriend. Take a deep breath. We got this. We got this. Okay. Woo! Be back. Midway check-in. Okay. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 jars that I took out of the upper that were just things that we don't use or things that I probably should have let go, or I did let go because of age. So I cleaned off this. It's overwhelming, you guys. I'm not even kidding. Because we have a dehydrator and we dehydrate lots of things and we buy a lot in bulk, it's hard to store it all. Like, who's with me, right? So I did clean out the top section, and I'm comfortable with where it is now. I've got my dried fruits and my granolas and blah, blah, blah. It's pretty easy for me. Like, I can move 1 or 2 jars to get to the big stuff in the back, so it's fine. It is fine. Now, I'm going to see if our big jars fit, which I'm sure hoping they do. I did pull dates down because we eat a lot of dates, and so I don't want to have to dig them out of the top of this. This is more like baking stuff, where dates is something that my husband will grab or I will grab as a snack. So I was like, I don't want them hidden. All this stuff is stuff we use in recipes, and so I don't mind it being behind closed doors. That's all. Okay, let me grab let me grab these. Okay, so these are my azure drawers. I will wash them really quick before I fill them, but I just really was curious if they actually fit, because I measured it. I have no idea, you guys. I'm not the best measurer. Fun fact, I minored in woodworking in college. Does that mean I can read a tape measure? No, ma'am. I love these jars because when they're full, they're not overwhelmingly heavy. The gallon jars get pretty heavy to me. So I did the half gallons. Plus, they don't sell them anymore. But it's whatever. It's a whole thing, right? So do you have a spot in your house that you just store crap? Excuse the language if that's a not okay word. But awesome. Y'all, my microphone broke, so it's just jumping ship now. It doesn't want to be included in this video at all. My husband's like, what on earth?
You guys ever seen Uncle Buck? I won't say the word because I'm not going to say that. Shoot!
Yeah. We're, yeah. Y'all. Okay, so my initial plan, all right, they're going to fit. We're going to be good. Does that look cleaner? Does it look a little bit nicer to have everything more organized? And then I can just stick all the junk in front of it and it's still organized behind it, which is probably what's really going to happen because this is real life. But I love this because it's kind of like an apothecary type of situation, but with food for us. So I like it because it's aesthetically pleasing. It's far enough away from the windows and stuff where it's easy to, it doesn't get like sun damage, but I remember to use things, which is why we're doing this in the first place. Okay, let me go. I hope this isn't the worst video I've ever done. I'm feeling like at this point it kind of is. But let me go get my, let me go dig through that closet. If I do not come back in the next 15 minutes, call 911 because I probably have a boatload of jars on top of me and I probably need help. Am I wrong? No, ma'am. I like that word today. No, ma'am. Anyways, I'm going to give my jars a little rinse. I'm going to get them all kind of organized and ready for our junk in there to come out. All right. All right. All right. Oh my word, y'all. I had no idea how much junk was hidden in that closet. So I have stuff here. I have stuff here. So what I ended up doing is the closet that I never look in, I took all food products out of it except for garlic. We store our garlic in there and then we pull it as we need it. But everything else food related, I took out. It will be returning to a canning closet because it was not working, right? Am I right? Anyways, so this is what I have ended up with. I've cleaned the jars. I've got them in place. Now I just got to figure out, do I have 12 things? I have more than 12, I'm afraid. But let's take a look. All right, I'm going to turn you back around to said cabinet. Doesn't it look pretty, though? I mean, come on. Okay, let me get some scissors. This is a disaster. Somebody once said, like, oh my gosh, you have so much energy. And I was like, no, really, all I'm doing is running around like a crazy person. That's my life. Welcome to it. Did you know what you were getting into? Oh, bongo drums. See exactly what I mean? So I'm going to try to separate some stuff out. Let's see how this goes. We've got navy beans. I like to can my own beans. It's cheaper than buying, but what the heck? What is this even? Lentils. Okay, more lentils. And more beans. Okay, that's good. We're one bucket down, 75 to go. What do I got next? 15 bean soup. I'm just going to stick back in the closet. I'm not going to dedicate a whole tub to it. Wild rice. You know when you think you need something, so you buy the big bag? Bam. We're going to remember to use it, though. Okay. More lentils. These, I buy this much because I use this. Lentils don't really go bad. I use it as a long-term storage emergency type thing. So there's more lentils. There's, why are the red lentils? How cute are these? They're the tiniest little lentils I've ever seen. We got those in, oh, that's from Sprouts. I was going to say the Amish community. Those are from Sprouts. Okay, my next tubs, I have pinto and I have black beans. Like I said, we use these, well, we make beans with them, obviously, but we also do, what do we do with them? I can them. So I really have my eye on an electric pressure canner. I currently have like a big old Mama John, but I don't ever get it out because, let's be real, it's a pain. So I do pressure can certain foods because you have to, or for ease, I will do certain ones. But I think if I had an electric one, they're honestly like, the price fluctuates on Amazon. Some days it's like 105, and then the next day you'll go on there and it's 210. So there's two brands. There's Carry and I can't remember the other one, but they're literally identical. And I'm really thinking that I'm just going to invest the $100 in one of them. Let me know what you guys think if you have one, because things like beans, I find that instead of pressure canning like I say I'm going to, I don't, and I buy cans of them because I don't want to get that big Mama Jamba out. So if you have one of those electric pressure canners, let me know. Okay, then I also have bulgur wheat. This is a backup bag, but we're almost out of the other one, so I'm just going to use that. Cannellini beans, another one that we can. Cannellini, get it? This is pearl barley, great for soups. My gosh, woman, what does she have? Split peas. Because, you know, everybody needs 8 pounds of split peas in their house, don't they? And let's see what we got here. Steel cut oats. We make a bomb crockpot oatmeal with steel cut oats. My husband and my son watch F1 racing. And so sometimes they have like early ones. And so my son will come over and we watch racing and he usually will request the crockpot oats. Grits. Because I live in the South, y'all. I had them for breakfast yesterday. Had more grits. Oh, you know what? I left them in there on the couch. Great. Good job, Allie. So I have more grits because I bought some in Amish country for they're cheap there, you all. You all, she got politically correct. Okay, so I know I want to do lentils. So I have 12 jars. We're just trying to see if we can get to 12. This is how my brain works. You guys wanted to come along on rides for things like this? Welcome to it. Okay. Oh no. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think I'm gonna do those. 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like she planned it. Oh my word. I just got to 12, you guys. Okay. I'm gonna leave Great Northerns and Baby Lima's out. One of my very good friends, April, was the one that told me about baby lima beans. And so I bought some dried baby lima beans and I canned them. I made them in recipes too. But I canned some because we had them and we needed lima beans. Moly, I should pull the can of these out because they got ginormous. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyways, okay, let me go. We're not having a meltdown, darn it. We are not doing it. We are going to finish this project. I hope this motivates you. If anything, I'm going to motivate you just to shut the door and don't go in that drawer cabinet ever again. And the funny part is, I wanted to do this top with the same jars, and I'm thinking it's a good thing I didn't because I might go into full panic mode. Whew. Okay, I'm starting to sweat now. I'm worrying about it. Okay, let me get organized a little bit so that we can fill containers, and then I'm going to show you how we're going to label them and stuffs. Y'all, if you have stuck around, I owe you because this is hot mess. That's my life, y'all. Be right back. How many times? This tripod jiggles a little bit. So we have a P-Touch label maker. If you guys are looking for a good deal on these, we were able to get these on Black Friday at Staples, which is like an office supply center. They're way more expensive. We got them for like, I think they were $14.99 a couple years ago. So we got this one for that. And then I buy the generic tape off of Amazon because it's way cheaper than the brand name. And all I'm doing is printing labels and sticking. I'm going to put them on the top. I was thinking of putting them on the side, but let's be real. How in the world am I going to get them all exactly the same so that when I set them up on a line, they're perfect? Like my other ones are all jagged and it drives me a little batty. So I'm going to put it on the tops. I feel like looking at them, you'll know what's in it. I mean, if you don't, you can see the lids of most of them. So all I'm going to do now, guys, is hopefully this stuff fits in here. And then I don't have, this is my fear, right? This should fit because it's a half gallon jar going into a half gallon jar. Here's my fear is that I have more beans and more stuff than fit in these jars. And then I'm going to end up with backups to backups. Does that, let's hope that doesn't happen. Anyways, it fits perfectly. I mean, isn't that going to look so pretty? And it's got the name right there on the top. Yep. So I'm going to put dates where it's easy to get to. And all I'm going to do now, can she figure out how to fast forward through something? I don't know. Let's find out. I'm going to pause it, bring you back in, and then I'll just keep working while it's filming. That's boring. That's boring. We're not going to do that. Okay. I'm going to go print some labels with my P-Touch. Oh, it's Brother. P-Touch, Brother P-Touch. And I have the model F. I can't read that. I'm old, y'all. My eyes don't work. I'm going to go make some labels. That's all. We'll be back. All right, y'alls. I've used all different versions of all y'alls today. I am doing my grits. And I just had to say, let me peel this and then I'll tell you my story. I'm putting my label on my lid. And I just had to do a Moby coat because we do this all the time, right? Do you guys see this? Can you see what they are? Them's hominy grits. Them's hominy grits. No self-respecting Southerner uses instant grits. Do you know what movie that's from? If you do, put it below. I'm going to be super impressed. Shawn and I watch it like all the time, and we still think it's hilariously funny. Anyways, back to my grits, because, you know, you got to pay attention to your grits. Y'all, that took a minute, but guess what? I survived, and look at that. Is that not beautiful? I love it, and I'm alive. Okay, so I put the label on top of everything, and I filled in all my jars, and the only thing I'm low on is steel cut oats, and that's easy because I can just throw that in my Azure cart for next month because I have enough for at least one batch of my stuff that we like to make. what I realized is I buy way too many dried peas, which is funny because I just bought more. And I forgot that they were in there. So we have our like checklist for our grocery. Every 3 months we go through our grocery list. I couldn't find the peas, so I bought another batch of them on Azure. And guess what? I found the other peas. So we're gonna be eating a lot of pea soup for the next little bit. If you have a good dried pea recipe, let me know. But I did end up having some backup beans for a couple things. But if I do one round of canning, all that will be cleaned out of the other room. So what do you think? What do you think? Now I'm debating if I should do the large jars up on the top half. I don't know. Maybe. I probably won't because that was a little overwhelming. But I will proof in point. Look at this is clean. This is where my mess was. There's a couple things over there, but that's for recipes. Oh, that is another area. Where's my hand? Down here, I have all kinds of rando stuff too. I'm a food hoarder. I'm not a food hoarder per se, but down there I keep our quick oats. Our quick oats and our instant oats are the same thing. Oh, I'm crooked. I keep our oats down there. I keep our bread flour down there. I keep our wheat berries, and then our big buckets of rice and sugar. And then there's like one little basket that's random stuff. But the other thing I forgot is I did order some things and pastas and stuff from Azure that I was planning on putting in these jars, and I ended up not because I forgot they're in the laundry room. I need to get my life together. So I may end up redoing the top. If I do, I'll bring you along if you want to see it. But if not, look at how pretty, isn't this? It just turned out beautiful, didn't it? I hope this gives you guys a little bit of motivation to go clean your closet. Hey, just think of it this way. If you do a project like this, you don't have to go clean your closet. So I'm not gonna, because I'm pretty sure that's the worst. It's like, my husband and I have a shared very small walk-in closet, and I don't put clothes away for like winter or summer. They're just all in there. And I have the benefit of being every single size from a size 10 to bigger than I am now. And I'm fully clothed for any of those sizes. How awesome is that? That's exciting, right? Anyways, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed my little ADHD hutch rehab. Is that what we're going to call it? I don't know. We'll call it something. Anyways, you said you wanted to come along on our little adventures. This was not a great adventure, but doesn't it look pretty? I hope this motivates you. These jars, by the way, Azure, they're under $20 for 6 of them. You have to order the lids separate. That's the only bummer about them, but they look great once they're filled. And this is the other cool part about them is, I'm on a rant now, huh? Watch out. I can see into them. They are out in my kitchen. So when I do my weekly, what are we going to eat this week with my husband, we walk around and see what we need to use up. These are front and center. So we'll remember to put them in our stuff. But also I will know when I do my monthly walk around or my every 3-month walk around pantry restock, I can clearly see that I don't need peas or beans or barley or lentils or anything right now. I'm fully stocked up, which is awesome. That's a good problem, I guess, right? Anyways, we'll be bringing you a few recipes that include these things now because I know I have them. Anyways, thank you for watching, you guys. I appreciate you. As always, I'm gonna go. I'm sweating, y'all. That was a hot mess job. All right, off to enjoy my day.